we are at YWCA Kuala Lumpur, heading towards El Century, Melaka. And this is our bungalow!
We had a quick orientation and we laid our own ground rules. And now we're off to lunch.
Making all those silly faces while waiting. We're getting very hungry. Finally, the food arrived. And it was so delicious. It was definitely worth the wait.
After lunch, we played games to help us get to know one another better.
We then had a session to help us understand what makes us different as individuals.
We thought about how unique we are from the top of our heads to the tip of our toes.
Everyone was then assigned into groups or teams.
Each team were given 2 scenarios
and had to choose one of them for the performance night.
We also had lots of fun preparing for the performance night, as you can see, being all goofy and funny.
Later, our teamwork was again put to the test, hunting for treasures, trying to figure out what the clues really meant. Running up and down the hill is truly a test of fitness.
Ahoy, mates! I think the treasure is there! Are we really sure it's there?
Here is Eunice trying to make Gita laugh, and she succeeded! And that's my team, we won! That night, we went jungle trekking. We had real test of our fears and our endurance. And then we found true friends to help us through the jungle walk.
The next morning, we made little paper pockets to put on the wall.
We decorated our own as well as others.
And this is our wall. The wall of encouragement.
In our groups, we also talked about relationship issues in a session called Relationship Things.
My group presented about what we expect from our boyfriend and girlfriends and our friends.
And my group presented about friendship, what makes a good friend and a bad friend. We found out that even in friendship, we have rights.
Everyone was in for a treat when some very special guests arrived that afternoon. Hannah Yeoh, State Assemblywoman for Subang Jaya, shared with us the joys and pains of being a young woman politician. It was a pretty moving and intense session. Next up were TV personality and environmentalist Rina Omar and entrepreneurs Lynn and Kalin from Sweet Chat and the Chicken Rice Shop. We were inspired and touched by the generosity in giving back to society and in taking out time from their busy schedules to share their lives with us.
After the session, Rina showed us her pet chicken. In case you didn't realize, it's a snake!
Sloggy helped us gain confidence from within. We had a session by them, and it really opened our minds to the support that we can have for different occasions. It was fun and practical. After the wonderful barbecue dinner,
World YWCA President Susan Brennan shared real-life stories of young women's leadership across the globe. It was then time for the girls to dramatize their scenarios on how gender can affect relationships.
the girls all showed their unique capabilities of acting and struck their styles on stage. They impressed the judges,
who not only commented idol style, but also shared with us some very positive insights from the male perspective.
While waiting for the results, Susan had a first-hand experience doing the DK Putri demonstrated by Caroline.
The judges were presented with little tokens of appreciation from our special guest, Susan Brennan, and they received it wholeheartedly with lots of love and tears and kisses.
The president of YWCA Malaysia presented a gift to Susan Brennan. Susan then presented a traditional Australian song entitled Kookaburra.
Shine also did a performance that night.
And we had our very own Juwita Sweeto to present us 2 songs.
We sang the Negaraku wholeheartedly.
We then took a final group photo with our newfound friends and Ollie, our official photographer.
Yay!
On the final day, we wrote letters to ourselves about the change we wanted to see in our lives.
We also discovered that our pockets were full with tiny little encouragement slips. Our camp wouldn't have been complete without the help of our facilitators Michelle, Mami Sandra, and Drita.
We were sad to part with our canine friends, Bernard, Handsome, and K-Tot.
No, Gundu! No, Glenn!
Despite the sad ordeal of parting ways, we parted with smiles and laughter, hoping and knowing that someday we'll meet again, probably in the next Passion Pursuit. Come to Passion Pursuit 3!
See you there!
Better be there!